It's time for the Sandbox news. This week we have the new devblog for July. There's new clothes, updates to Boomer, a bunch of small changes and editor updates, and I worked on my NPC Zombie game more. Here's the new devblog for July. Now, I don't think there's much new on here. Let's go through it. We've seen the launcher, the collision updates. So there's a new list view along with a new tree view that I imagine are used in the new asset browser and could be useful in any custom tools you make. We've seen the project settings and the control modes. Here's a bit about Asset Party. So if you haven't heard, the Sandbox developer website has been renamed to asset.party. This is where all your games and add-ons get uploaded to. Here are some fun statistics about the site. So it looks like whenever the screenshot was taken, there were 74 players online. In this one day, there were 57 Steam updates to Sandbox. So if you didn't know, Sandbox updates on Steam immediately, as soon as the developers make any change. And I assume that's what this 57 is referencing. Over 400 gigabytes of content have been uploaded, and there's been over 1 million game sessions so far. That's pretty crazy. Here we can see, looks like Facepunch has some new backend crash tools. So Sandbox crashes all the time, and they're working to fix that. Here are some of the new props in Sandbox. None of these have been added to Construct yet. However, I imagine we'll see most of these in the future. Here are the new clothes and the editor updates. And that's it. That's pretty crazy. So it looks like there wasn't a lot new in the devblog that we haven't already seen. There are some new clothing items this week. There's new army gloves and army shoes. This now completes the army outfit. There's also a new hairstyle this week, and it comes in 3 colors. There have been a ton of updates and balance changes to Boomer. First thing that I've noticed is it looks like the weapon models are on the left side of the screen now. There have been a lot of balance changes and updates to the weapons. I'm not going to go over all the specifics. However, here's what they look like now. Here's the shotgun, the nail gun, the grenade launcher, rocket launcher, railgun, and laser rifle. There's also a new game announcer. When the round starts, or you get an achievement like First Blood, it's a different voice actor. This is actually the voice of Maximine Liebel, the character animator for Sandbox. So I think he did a fantastic job with the new voice lines. The old ones were a placeholder ported from a different game. There's a new games category in the menu. Now there's a horror category. Currently, there's only one horror game, and I guess technically you could argue this isn't even a horror game, the Backrooms that I made. But it's crazy, it's revolutionary that we can now have horror games in Sandbox. There are a few new editor updates. For example, now you can select multiple things in the asset browser. You can either hold Control to select multiple, or you can hold Shift and click to select everything between your 2 selected objects. Just like how you would expect it to work. Now, this also works for... no. Actually, no, this doesn't work for folders yet. The path tool and hammer has gotten updates. In this clip from the developers, you can see we can now have alternative paths. In this clip, he's making the airship thing choose between multiple different paths. So previously, this wasn't possible by default. We couldn't have paths that connect to other paths and have different branches, but now we can. I've updated my NPC Zombie game a bit more. It looks like this table on Office is actually haunted. That's very interesting. I didn't do anything to that table. I added a new shovel weapon, a powerful revolver. Now, this gun's pretty cool because you can fire it as quickly as you want. However, if you spam it, it'll be very inaccurate. I added a new, very powerful hunting rifle. This weapon has a really slow rate of fire. However, it can penetrate zombies. And if you get a collateral kill, it'll make the zombies explode. I also added a new ping system, so this is still a very early work in progress, but you can press Q to ping where you're looking. In the future, this will be contextual, so if you ping at a weapon, it'll let everyone know there's a weapon there, and if you were to ping a zombie, everyone would know there was a zombie there. This pinging system is now used by loot boxes, so it'll say treasure on your HUD, and you can easily go and find the loot box. This system also works with players when they're downed. And finally, I added a new Molotov weapon. So if I throw it on the ground, all the zombies that walk through will catch on fire and eventually expire. That's it, that's all the Sandbox news. Subscribe and come back next week for more.